When I first began my journey of learning Korean, I was pleasantly surprised to discover that Hangul, the Korean writing system, was relatively easy to grasp. The simplicity of characters and phonetic system was literally a breeze for me. However, I quickly realized that there was much more to it than just the alphabets, be it the complex grammar rules, honorifics, and verb conjugations. They presented a daunting challenge, I guess, in front of me, and I was demotivated for a while. But despite the initial difficulties, I was determined to continue learning, mainly because of obviously dramas. I wanted to understand the language better. Besides, I'm really good at multitasking. However, sometimes subtitles pass by so quickly that I don't even realize that I missed something, and whether to look at the screen and not understand anything, or to read everything but not know what's going on the screen in front of me and just not get it. It's like it was a thing for me, and mostly in the scenes where it's angst and everything, so I was not able to keep up with it and enjoy it in the present moment, and basically that ruined the experience. And I wanted to learn this language so I can just easily, at least not understand everything, but take away some things, and I can understand some small snippets and some small things, some really easy phrases and kind of thing like that. Now, you might think that I must know a lot of Korean since I'm not an absolute beginner, because I'm on this road for a while and I must know a lot of Korean. But to your surprise, I am not an absolute beginner. Honestly, I'm not. That's correct. But rather a soon-to-be intermediate beginner. Like, I do not even consider myself an intermediate by now because of my anxiety of forgetting things that I learned day before yesterday. It's like I am going forward, but I still have the anxiety of forgetting some things and I need to fix them up. So I would say I am a beginner, obviously. Well, the other day I was pondering upon why I think that I am still a beginner and I have this anxiety all the time. So I stumbled across this concept that I might be a slow learner, and that's absolutely okay. In fact, it's important to realize that everyone learns at their own pace, and that is why I'm not that much guilty for being a slow learner, because it's just how it is for me. And I don't really envy people who are able to grasp concepts faster, precisely because I believe I'm able to absorb more information, and that too efficiently, while being a slow learner. So that's obviously a pro and not a con, right? I have been making peace with the fact that being a slow learner does not mean that I am any less capable or less intelligent than others. It's simply that I require more time and efforts to put in order to understand the concept entirely and for a long-term basis than a short-term. So what can I do about it? Or what can you do about it if you are also a slow learner like me? I figured out, instead of crying myself to sleep, I believe that the key is to embrace my own learning style and focus on my strength and the methods I feel inclined towards, so that I am in a safe place to learn things my own way and I do not get distracted so many times. This is basically the first point of what I can do about this slow learning thing, is that recognize and embrace your pace. Point number 2, the key is to remain patient with yourself. So remain patient. I once read this quote on discussion that you can learn any language as long as you are patient and as long as you put efforts and your quality time into it. There's no such thing as a hard language or a easy language in this world. Having said that, I want to mention this quote here by Arnold H. Glasow. He says that the key to everything is patience. You get the chicken by hatching the egg and not by smashing it. Point number 3, do not ever compare your progress with others, because you are different people, different souls, different mindsets, different strengths, different everything, and unique styles. I think whenever I was in a situation where I wanted to compare myself to others, I always ended up regretting it, because I was just then unmotivated for a while and I would not open my books or anything. That is why I think that comparing your progress with others will only yield you regret and demotivation and nothing else. Point number 4, and my favorite point, finding strategies that works best for you. It can be focusing on tiny but useful vocabulary, trying to construct sentences even when you are just starting out, and does not matter if you are terrible at it. Like me, we are in this together. I also cannot make big sentences and phrases. I cannot just construct them well. I can do pretty well with tiny ones. And that is why I think that this point is beneficial if you apply it in your language journey as well. Point number 5, enjoy the process. As cliche as this sounds, and how many times have we been listening and hearing this phrase again and again, that enjoy the process. But I think in a practical sense, honestly, I have never really enjoyed the process. I am a person who likes rewards and the final outcomes more than the process or enjoying the process. But I cannot deny the reality check of language learning. Language learning is a marathon and not a sprint. So I'm trying my best to immerse in the process, and I hope that the people who are not able to immerse themselves in the process can do the same. When you are doing something you like, why not do it with fun? Lastly, remember, it's not about how fast you are learning, but rather the effort and the dedication you put into your education and personal growth. And wait, why am I stressing so much? I am not striving to be a TV reporter or a weather reporter, so I can take things on my pace, right? Take it easy and live gracefully the slow learner's life that you are already living.